Well, this radon thing is quite the challenge. You can see how close I have to come to the edge to avoid that rim joist. That's what it's a rim for all the joists. So it's a rim joist. So as you can see here, all this blocking has to be removed. I'm carving my way through the house. It's a real task, I tell you. A mess everywhere. Okay, so now I'm up on the top floor and there's just enough room for me, if this even works at all, to squeak a pipe up in here. We'll have to take these blocks out that I put in. And there's no room to drill a hole there because the roof is sitting right on that. So unfortunately, I have to box out, which I really was hoping to avoid. Okay, so luckily, there was no nails on the exact cutting path of the circles of the hole saw, but there was nails here and here, so I'm having to like grind them off as I carve my way through the situation here. I keep this thing going at maximum speed, and I'm very careful it doesn't bind and jam because there's just no room in there to hold the drill. Okay, this is a lot of fun. Every time I get through the first two 2x6s, I think I'm home free, and then I realize, oh yeah, there's another piece of 5/8 underneath that. I had to work this out precisely down to the 1/8 of an inch. Now let's see if the pipe slides through both of those holes, you guys. If it does, I'll be a happy guy. Look at the carnage. Okay, so I'm puzzling this together. I'm using PVC because I have the material, and literally there's so many couplings on it, it's basically thick. They make these rules like these hurricane anchors and these radon pipes, and because of the hurricane anchor, I had to put in way more wood. I'm not sure if they really put any thought into the fact that like there has to be room for electrical there. Like, how are you gonna get a wire through all of here? I don't know. I just, it's crazy. Okay, it's pretty much all glued up except the top piece. All the holes are drilled except through the roof. So I'll go to the plumbing supply place tomorrow and buy the appropriate gray, thick-walled, 4-inch radon pipe. And when this is done, it will be a happy time. Right, back from the plumbing supply place again. I got the radon pipe, 2 lengths of 10 feet. It should just be enough to do the project, luckily. But I had to cut them in 5-foot segments because they're literally gonna have to be pieced in here. So let's see how this goes. All right, so far so good. I gotta tell you, sometimes it feels like somebody's pulling for me. Because as you can see, there's literally barely enough room for the coupling. Squeaks barely enough room between this and the rim joist. Barely enough room between this and the floor blocking. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. Okay, here we are up at the top here, and as you can see, I'm out of alignment by maybe an inch. It's very difficult to ascertain the middle of these ridges from below. So I'm going to take this drill now and drill this big huge hole in the roof of my house here. Unfortunately, these little electric drills, they don't have the jam, and that's not even a metal bit, but I don't want to spend $70 to cut one hole. So I just bought a cheap hole saw. So what I'm doing is taking a chisel and chiseling around, and I think I'll be able to get it out. It's just, nothing is easy. Success! The only thing I don't like about all these little pieces of metal shards is that if you don't get them off your roof, they can actually rust and then start other rusting. So I'm gonna have to get this off the roof somehow. Okay, there it is, installed. You can see how this had to kind of jut out into the hallway a bit. Not happy about it. There's just nothing I could do, and I had to come out even further to make it between the 2 ridges. I could have gone that up and then zigzag back and knocked a couple inches off and had a 2-profile chamfer here on the roof. But these fittings are like almost 30 bucks a pop. So, I mean, you know, there has to be a limit to what you're willing to do. And so I still have to go up top. I'll show you what I have to do tomorrow. I'm calling it a day. I'm done, man. It was hot up here, and hate to complain, but it did not go easily. And I'm not a plumber, so all these things, they have to be fit, and I barely squeaked that in there. Hard to believe. Like, good luck trying to get a wire. I don't even know how this is all gonna go. Hopefully the electrician will have some insight. Okay, tomorrow, this will go on that gray pipe that you just saw. This is the cap for the Radon pipe, and they want it 12 inches above so I'll cut that down and get that in there and glue it all up, and this will all be behind us unless there's an issue and I got to tear it all apart for some reason. But let's hope the municipal inspector is happy with my work. Right here, we're back on it again. Unfortunately, I made an error. It was supposed to be 12 inches, so unfortunately I have to use this coupling. But that's what's going to happen, and I'll let you have a peek of that. Once that coupling goes on there, it'll look something like this. I'll show you in a moment. So they make these rubber boots with all these variable cutting options. So if you have a 2-inch pipe, you cut it here. In my case, looks like I'll be doing a 4-inch. But you want it kind of snug. Okay, it's done, guys. 12 inches above the roof line. I noticed this little cap thing, which I glued the hell out of. It's sloppy on here. You pay premium dollar for this stuff, and I mean, I could see the wind blowing that off. It should be tight. Okay, there it is. A lot of work for that little pipe. Okay, so I got 3 out of the roof protrusions, or terminations they call them. That's the Radon. This is a big one for plumbing on the east side of the house. Got one over here, and there's still 3 more that need to go through, but I'm going to combine 2 and put them through 1, and the other one I'm going to put up separately, I think. So let's go to work on that. For some reason, I have a real challenge doing these. First of all, they're on the roof, which is kind of crazy getting up here, but anyway, ladders aren't bad if you have both of your hands to hang onto the ladder. When you're holding a drill or piece of material, it gets a little sketchy. So that's why I basically have everything kind of hooked onto my belt when I climb up there. You want to keep your hands free as much as you can. Okay, there's another one. Got those done, as you know. Now I'm doing the second from last one. Oh man, this goes on forever, guys. I don't know what's going on there, but just as I went to go down the ladder, there's about 6 hornets buzzing around. Wasps, I guess. And I don't know, I guess there must be a nest at the top of the ladder. Of course, right at the top of the ladder. Back in this ice box. It's going right here, guys. Let's do it. Okay, so as you can see there, I've just converted it back down from 3/4 to 1/2 inch. Put that on the ice box. I'm gonna piece all this together. Should be awesome. There it is, one ice box installed. And you know the rest. I did put these protection plates on. You don't want to be putting up your drywall and accidentally shoot a screw through the pipe. And don't think to yourself, I know where it is. I won't do that. You're not. When you're working, you're into it, you're screwing away, you're slapping up the material, and you don't remember. So just do the right thing. Spend the extra 30 cents or whatever it is on those protection plates. Icebox. Fresh drinks, anyone? Okay, it's the final termination. Finally, the last termination. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I call them protrusions, terminations, venting, radon venting. It is way more work than you think it is. I thought, oh, the plumbing was done 6 weeks ago. The inspector came and passed it, but he wouldn't pass it until all of the terminations were completed. So I'm just getting this done, and I'm going to call him back. But way more work than I thought it was going to be. Anyway, the final one right here, folks. The final one. And this could very well be the last time I'm on the roof. There are the fascias, rather the soffits to do, which is even more dangerous really than being up on the roof because you're upside down and on the side of the building, basically the same height. But anyway, and then there's the back gutter. So I don't know. I really ain't looking forward to that, but that's not something I have to deal with today. And maybe I'll get lucky and someone can do that for me. I don't know. Hate to get anybody to do anything, but I don't want to die right at the end of a 5-year project, you know? Anyway, that's everything up on the roof here for now. All the venting is done. Let's get the inspector back and get him to do the final sign off on the plumbing and the radon system. Sorry this was so boring, but just had to do it. Okay, so back to this little bit of landscaping in the backyard here. As most of you probably know, mid-September, it's a great month to plant grass. Just ideal. So I'm prepping this area up a little bit, and I'm gonna put grass seed down. I'm gonna turn all this over and work all this in so that it's nice and fresh, weed free. Plant grass all in here, probably right up until that opening there a little bit, and that should be plenty. That's actually quite a bit of space there. So a little landscaping on the side till the inspector gets here, and just a side project, something a little bit different to do. A little different than the venting. Okay, I just had a friend of mine pop by that has some experience in doing what they call blue skin window treatment. And that's how he knows how to do it. So I'm gonna have the building inspector come by, confirm that indeed is the way to go, and then I'll go do them all, get them ready. Windows are coming in 3 weeks, guys. Hey, that's gonna end this episode. I wanna thank you for checking my project out again, and I appreciate it very much. If you would like to subscribe, go ahead, but you don't really have to if you don't want to. I have no dream of becoming a pro YouTuber, so it's just for me to let folks know where I'm at on the house. See you next time.